My name is Mel. My introduction is a range from I work in events to I'm like a night goblin.
For how long have you been DJing right now?
I think the first time I consciously mixed two songs together was probably about 12 years ago. The specific memory I have was using like a mouse trackpad on a laptop on a free DJ software, playing two tracks together and hearing a bunch of people cheer and dance. And that was, I think, the first moment of exchange. That was my first hit of DJing. Music is probably one of the earliest and most consistent way within which I can identify myself, and then discovering how I related to different kinds of music and how much music could explain things that I felt was very, very, very enlightening. How I also hid myself in music for a while when I was getting to know myself, and that also eventually evolved into finding out how I could use music to share my feelings with other people. I guess you could say I'm one of those DJs who wants to be a vessel. I am a strong believer in joy and silliness on the dance floor. We have to be so serious in so many other aspects of our lives. So I want to have fun, and I want other people to have fun and feel comfortable and be able to let go a little bit. Because that's what nightlife did for me. What I like to play is electronic music. So that would, for most people who are unfamiliar with it, fall between the vast realms of techno and house. I love a lot of layered, echoey, trippy stuff. I love vocals. I love a good vocal. I love double vocals. I like stuff that just kind of encompasses your whole body that you cannot not dance to. I love prep. So to give an example, for Nachtparlement, I'll be playing between Moody Meran and Philippou. So I take a look at what I know Diego likes to play and what I know Moody Meran likes to play, and I will find the bits of my music that fit and that will make for a good transition for the cohesion of the stage. And then within that, I can choose what kind of journey I want to go on. And it's kind of like having a puzzle with several different pieces, and then I construct everything else around. And it's very fun. I think my first gig officially in Brussels was for the first year of the Mothers and Daughters pop-up lesbian and trans bar that happened at Beurs Schouwburg, which is a beautiful venue just 2 blocks over. And I was thrilled. I was playing to one person at 6 p.m. But little did I know that I was actually sharing the lineup with what would turn out to be a bunch of my longtime inspirations. Princess Century, who is also known as Maya Pistepsky, who is an amazing DJ, producer, and also the drummer of one of my favorite bands called Austra. Also Sumaya Fillion, who is a 25 year plus activist and DJ in Brussels, incredible DJ, and Planning to Rock, which speaks for themselves, incredible queer icon of electronic music and nightlife. So that was my first gig ever, sharing the stage with a bunch of legends. I don't think I really knew what I was stepping into. I was almost unaware of kind of, I guess you could say, the hierarchy or the prestige of where I was discovering nightlife, what kind of big names have been here, have grown up here, have produced here, which is almost nice because I wasn't scared of going where I wasn't supposed to go or talking to the person I wasn't supposed to talk to. I didn't know who I wasn't supposed to talk to or who I was supposed to talk to. So I just kind of exploded like an excited puppy into a large park.
Was there a moment where your musical identity started to take shape? Was there a turning point?
A moment that seems very impactful for me was when I did my first radio mix. I was invited to play for Magma, which is a lovely collective here. Shout out to Magma. And I was invited to do a radio mix for them, and it was really big for me because it was the first non-explicitly queer collective who reached out to me because they liked my music outside of my identity as a queer person. And that also gave me, in a lot of validation, but also in a weird way, a lot of liberty to play stuff that I was scared to play for in my existing scene.
Now we look away,
Now
just
we
casually.
look away, really casually. Okay.
So Mel,
Hello.
where are we right now?
We are in the secret basement testing facility of Modus Fiesta. So Modus Fiesta they occupy a very, very special role in Brussels and in Belgium, being the only center in Belgium entirely that has the permission to legally and anonymously test people's drugs. It means a lot to me. Modus Fiesta is a center that is dedicated to harm reduction, which at its core is something that's very important to me. For anybody who doesn't know what harm reduction is the approach to drug use that seeks not to criminalize use, but to regulate it and to make it safer. It's a really, really phenomenal place to be able to come and visit in person and see what it looks like to have a relationship with substance use that isn't based on punishment and shame, because I think it's something that we do not talk about enough, not just in nightlife, but outside as well. And this is something that I would also like to encourage people to think about, is to think about when you take drugs, like why are you taking them, and to think about the kind of relationship you have with substances, because I think that a good party is a balance of, especially a good party where there's drugs, is a good balance of letting go and staying present. And I think sometimes, even with the best intentions, we forget that. It's pretty fragile, especially right now with our new mayor, who has expressed his dislike for a place like this that exists to reduce the potential fatalities of drug use. So they need our support right now more than ever. Deventer and guests like me, I will see you guys on Saturday for Het Systeem, Nachtparlement. Thank you for talking with me, and can't wait to dance with y'all. Bye.